Hey there. So, I've had a lot of people ask me, can you tell me about your morning ritual? What do you do with your oils? Oh my God, you guys. I want to show you my oils, but I'm not going to. Um, I'm going to just walk you through what I do every single morning when I wake up um, and give you kind of an idea. Okay, so thanks for asking, by the way, because my life has changed since I started using these oils. It's completely changed. A little rough patch, a little bouncy for a while, but that's because I was recalibrating and I have these oils to thank. So let's start this process. So I wake up, I get out of bed. First thing I do is I grab this little bowl. I have this bowl right here and it has my crystals that I wore the night before that I put in water. Sometimes with rose oil, I put like 1 drop of rose in there and let it sit. It cleanses the crystals. And those of you who wear crystals all the time, it's something that you might want to think about doing, is just cleansing them every day. And then I take my stick of Palo Santo. I'm lighting it. Don't do this at home if you're under 13 without supervision of an adult. I light it and I do my whole, cleansing of the space, my body. I usually do that when I go home though. And then let's see, what should we do first? I'm looking at all my oils. Okay, so the first thing I do is I reach for breathe. And I take the breathe on my pinky finger and I put it in my nose. And then I'm super happy because I can breathe. Now I have one of those spinny things and it's like a Lazy Susan and it's 3-tiered, and I have all my oils that I use every day on that tier. So, and they have to go in the same spot. Otherwise I can't find them. So, and I leave them out like this because if I leave them where I know I'm going to use them, then I use them. If I put them away, then I don't use them. And not only that, but then I catch my daughters using them, which is great. So then I grab my frankincense, and there's a lot that I do with frankincense, but the first thing I do is so I put like 2-3 drops in my hand. I use my anointing finger and I anoint my third eye to kind of wake up my third eye. And then I and I put on the roof of my mouth. 20 seconds, rub hands together and smell. When you're smelling these aromatically, you want to cup your hands like this. Don't touch your face and breathe 3 times. Focus on the base of the skull, right? So I don't want to waste it. And then I'll just put it on my chest or my neck or my shoulders or wherever I feel like I need this oil or want this oil. Then I take the lavender and I pretty much do the same thing. Put a little drop in my hand. I anoint third eye. And sometimes I just put it in my hair because it clears my consciousness from the night before. I rub my hands together, maybe put it on the bottom of my feet. I'm not a huge lavender fan, but it's really good for you. So, and then copaiba, I usually just 1 or 2 drops. Again, don't let your tongue touch the thing. It's kind of gross. And then I use cedarwood as well on my feet. So and when you're pouring these oils in your hand, don't shake them. They'll come out. You just have to be patient. This has taught me patience. 2, 3, 4 drops of cedarwood, rub in my hands, and then I put on the bottom of my feet just for grounding. It's really, really good for grounding. And then people always say, God, why do you smell so good? And I say, because I have oils. And they go, what kind of oils? And I say, oh, just tons. Because then whatever's left over, I just put in my hair. Okay, now I'm going to just give my hands a little rinse. Because now I'm going to go to the other stuff. Sandalwood every morning. This actually lives at my altar. I brought it in here just to show you. So I get the sandalwood, take a drop. It takes a minute because it's super, super thick. and I do the third eye opening. And that's what I use for meditation. What else? Digest Zen. Right in the gut. And then 2, 3, 4 drops. It comes out pretty fast. It's not as thick. And then I just rub it on my belly because it just always feels so, so good. And then, let's see, oh yes, I have Clary Calm. Here it is. So Clary Calm, I put this, pretty much below my belly, near where my ovaries are. Ovary. And I just rub that puppy in because it's good for hormones. And then, let's see, what else do I have over here? Balance on my feet. So again, don't go crazy. Just wait for it. Be patient. It comes out eventually. Hands together. Right? I love balance. Yep. So good. And then this is really what smells really good, you guys. I'll just tell you. It's Passion and Whisper. They're my favorite. They're absolutely my favorite. And the thing you're going to find out about oils is that you will gravitate toward what your body needs. And so I usually just use a little bit of Whisper, like perfume, and shoulders. I smell so good. And the same thing with Passion. I put a little on my hand and then rub it, put it on my shoulders, and then people go, oh my God, you smell so good. And I say, thank you. And then this is just a recycled bottle that I've used. A friend of mine made me a Moontime massage oil a while back. And when I ran out, I reused the bottle. I put it in the dishwasher. And this has coconut fractionated oil in it with my favorite blends. And so I usually rub my whole body. It's so thick with the oil. And I start with my neck because I want to. And then I do my shoulders and my arms. And the blend is like, I make it up every whenever that runs out. So whatever I feel like, whatever I'm gravitating toward, that's what I use. And I use that on my whole body. Now, the other thing is the On Guard. So when I brush my teeth, I use my regular toothbrush, my regular On Guard, and my regular toothpaste. I use Tom's toothpaste, or sometimes I use On Guard toothpaste as well. And I just put 2 drops on my brush and brush my teeth. The On Guard makes my mouth feel so clean. I almost can't do without it anymore. And then I use Elevation. And Elevation, again, people are like, oh my God, it's so expensive. But it's good. I put it in my hair. And then my hair smells good. I only wash my hair once a month. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, what else? Let's see. Depending on how I feel about my family, I might use Forgive. Depending on how much I'm enmeshed with my children's lives, I use Intune. Like if I'm all over the place going, oh my God, I have so many things to do, I'm like, okay, Intune. On the back of my neck, on my wrist, everybody just, right? I'm looking. I think that's like my main ones. Now I want to say, just to be clear, that I do all of that after I shower. Okay. And, the shower is like a whole ritual in and of itself too. And so I shared this in another video, but in case you didn't see it, before I shower, I dry brush every day. And so I use the dry brush and I use grapefruit and pink pepper on it. And I just, oh my God, it smells so good. I put it on there, and then when you dry brush, you've got to go from the limbs up toward the heart. This helps your lymphatic system, and you go from the feet all the way up, do every inch you can reach and just go to the heart. But I just started adding the grapefruit and the pink pepper, and I love it every day before I get in the shower. So all these oils happen after the shower. Okay, this is before. And then I do use doTERRA face products because it's just easy. I could make my own, but they have really great products. But there's two things I want to share with you that I use every day. I use one of these. It's like a little, my acupuncturist gave it to me. It's got these little teeny tiny needles. I don't know where to put this. Little teeny tiny needles. And I comb my face, right? So it's like little mini acupuncture. And I just go, and you go in a certain way, you know, and you go out, 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 chin, neck, down, all here. And then you want to rinse it, okay? And this opens up the pores. And then I just bought this jade thing. I love it. I usually do my eyelids. And sometimes, if you want to put oil on here, it's fine. I get nervous putting oil straight on my face because sometimes I have allergic reaction. And you just go like that. And you put it on your face, and it feels so good. It makes me feel like I'm taking care of myself. I do all this before I speak to my children in the morning because then I feel like I'm doing something for me, right? And then I feel like, oh my God, I've done something for myself. And then doTERRA has these, literally these great products. I use their serum. I use the eye thing. I use the, what is this, a brightener? Their lotion. I use it all because it works for me. It works really, really well. And I've always had a hard time with skin stuff. Always. I've never been able to find something that I like for my skin. And I'm looking around. I think that's it. And just so you know, like, I don't use any kind of product on my skin except coconut oil. It's just it. It's it. I use this in the shower. So after I dry brush, I go in the shower, I wash like I normally wash with regular, you know, organic soap. And then I have one of these in the shower, and it's plastic, don't worry. And then I put coconut oil all over, and then I rinse with cold water. So it's like a cold plunge every single morning. And it's always fun because I'm in the shower going, this is good for me, this is good for me, this is good for me. And it's really cold. And the coconut oil gets in the skin, and then you come out and you do all those oils I told you about. So, oh, and then there's always the tongue scraper. See, I knew I'd remember something. So, you know, that's kind of what I do every morning. And I never used to do those things. And I find that if I do those things, you know, I feel a lot better all day long. I feel like I've taken 5 minutes for myself. Well, actually, it takes more than 5, maybe 20. But I feel like I've taken time for myself. And it's important because we're privy to a lot. We're pulling in a lot of stuff. So that's my ritual with the oils. I hope this helped you. And I hope this creates a list of oils for you that you really, really want. So thanks so much. If you have any other questions, always feel free to reach out to me. You can direct message me on Instagram or Facebook. You can also email me at dana@danademara.com. Thanks so much. You guys have an incredible day. Mwah. Namaste.